And we're live. I straight up been working at trying to get this dang camera set up for the past hour. So that's fine. But I think we got something that's gonna work. Just wait till the camera completely falls again. It's gonna be the 50th time. But wait for some people to jump in here. I get to live up on the computer now. And I pushed the wrong button. Perfect. Go back. Try this again. Okay, here we go. Hey, Cam. You haven't been on a live stream for a while. We should do a live stream together one of these nights. Like me, you, Jacob, we should all do a live stream together. No idea whose channel, but we should do a live stream together. The devil. All I'm trying to do is get camera supplies back in their case where they're supposed to be, and for some dumb reason it don't fit. It's gonna have to work. Oh, put this in there. This will probably end up getting broke. That's fine. Okay. Oh, guys, look. Other direction. Now look. Got a second battery for the camera. So also got another SD card for the camera, which I can record up to 5 hours on this one. So that's a lot nicer because the other one I could only record up to like an hour, a little over an hour with it. So that was very inconvenient. What other pieces should I put in here? I don't have enough room for the camera itself. Jonathan Taylor, good evening. I'm doing pretty good there, Taylor. How about you? I should put all these parts in here. I took them out. But I definitely found out tonight that I should not keep them out. You never know when I might need them. Hey, Blake. We were gonna, me and TLC were gonna do a live stream last night, but I completely forgot about a live stream. So that's fine. I don't need that part in there. Famous last words. That's fine. What else is lying here that I might need? I don't know. Find out when we need it, and I don't have it. Oh, yeah, I should probably put that back in here. This is the camera case thingy. I want to get one of the microphones that go on the top here. They're big, but probably be better than this little thing. Because I've noticed sound, like if I'm behind it, facing camera that way, and I'm behind it, it's really hard to hear me. So I do want to get one of them. Not sure when that's going to happen though. I also want to get. Said this a long time ago, but I really want to get some of them little microphones that clip on your shirt or something. I really want to get some of them. I'll put this in here. But yeah, not sure when that's gonna happen either. This here is the setup that we got here. Wow, camera does not like black. Like everything that is black, it's like it can't see it. So that's fine. Blake, hoping to get to 400 next week. Awesome. You have to make some videos of it. Blake, chances of that are looking pretty slim. It's raining here. You never know. It's supposed to rain here pretty soon. Like here in a couple minutes, it'll probably start. Eh, half an inch of rain tonight. That's fine. Weird part is, it says it's raining out, but I was just out there a little bit ago. Maybe that's how close I was to getting cold. It says on the radar it's raining. Is it? I don't know. Ooh, it's starting to get pretty ugly. That's fine. We'll ignore it. Yeah, we had 2 days of no rain. Now it's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. And a quarter inch of rain tomorrow, so not going to be raining very much tomorrow. Okay, never mind. It says it's supposed to go all day. That's great. Ooh, we should let Zilly know that I'm live. I won't be able to keep up with chat if she joins, but that's fine. Yeah, we're not sure how much rain we're supposed to get. Ooh, snow on Wednesday. In the showers, dang it. But no rain during the week. That's that's weird. But they don't even know what's gonna happen in an hour from now. How do they know what's gonna happen 3 days from now or 4 days from now? They don't. Yeah, it just says showers, but who knows? Usually showers will turn into like 3 inches of snow or something. PA, you never know. Ooh, what's that? If any of y'all are watching and you know what this is, like I thought maybe it was a, I guess, GoPro mount for your wrist or something, but I have no clue. This is what it looks like. Let me turn it around so you can actually see it. Like it's got a strap here. It's really hard to see in the camera because it turns everything a lot darker than what it actually is. But has that kind of mount on it. I know what goes on there, but I don't know what you use this for. So if any of y'all know, let me know. Because I have no idea what it's for. Yeah, same here, Blake. Like PA weather. Yesterday, it was 60 degrees here. That yesterday, a week ago, it was a high of 20. So if that gives you, if you don't know how PA weather is, that should give you some perspective on it. I hate PA weather. PA unpredictable weather is what it is. Like it can be 40 degrees 1 minute, next minute it can be negative 25, like it was last year. I went from in the morning at like 35, 40 degrees or so. By afternoon, well, by evening, it was in the negatives. And I'm not joking. It was a wicked, wicked day. It wasn't fun, that's for sure. It's just PA being PA. Left Zilly know that I'm live. Maybe she'll join. Chat will get blown up though. That's fine. I just lose all the chats except hers because it'll all be Zilly. But she'll see this because she'll probably watch it back now. Kind Farm Channel, good evening. Blake, hoping to get that 400 indoors before it starts to rain, but you never know. Yeah, you know, especially if that, well, you said that was just a broken piece. But yeah, you can get them indoors, get them indoors. Rain ain't never good for them. Like, I hate leaving things sit out. I did that once with my truck. Because if any of y'all watched the videos on that, then you know how bad that cab leaks. And I accidentally left it sit out one night. Literally, the one night that I left it sit out, the cab got flooded. Ain't no joke. Like, there was about an inch or two of water on the cab floor. So that was fun. Seat was slightly wet. By slightly, I mean it was drenched. So, yeah. Oh, and I left the windows open too. So, that tops it all off. Yeah, like I hate leaving things sit out. Any kind of weather, I hate leaving things sit out. Yeah, I try to keep stuff under Like a low boy, 620 for sure. I try to leave them under the roof. Like my truck is under the roof right now. It's actually in the shop. Like I can't get it out, so that's fine. Actually, I started it today. I got I gotta get that thing out. Run it up the driveway or something. I haven't had that thing running in a while, and it cranked kind of slow, but it started. Yeah, that was free car wash. Actually, free interior wash there, Blake. Oh, and to top it off, I had a engine sitting in the bed that didn't have a head on that I just had covered with a rag. So that tops it all off. Ooh, 7 years. When did it run lately, Blake? If it didn't run lately, if I were you, I'd do a will it start on that. People like will it start videos. If you can do a will it start, I highly recommend doing a will it start on it. Texas Donna, good evening. Actually, to be exact, the engine that I left sitting in the bed that got completely flooded with water is the Kubota that I have in the low boy. So, yeah, still runs. It's a good thing I remembered to dry it out because, yeah, it there was a couple inches of water in cylinders. Oh, that'd be fun, Blake. I missed your last live. Like, I found it a couple days later. I actually got my watch hours doing pretty good though lately. Finally, it only took me since before Christmas when I hit 3,000. But I could get back here. But it only took me since before Christmas to get to 3,100 wow, 3,100 watch hours, and right now I'm at 3,113. So there's a first time for everything, Blake. It's not always first time ain't always good, but it was. I thought it was good. Better than my first live, that's for sure. My first live was literally walking around the shop, basically. Then I didn't do another live for like a couple months later. Then I decided to get back into doing live streams. I've been doing live streams ever since. Let's see. Let's see if I hit 600,000 total views yet. Wow. We're like we're right there. Got 598,161 total views. That's lifetime. We're right there. Can't get much closer. Because next time I look at it, it'll be over 600,000. -2. That ain't cold. That's freezing. Ooh, got a video to hit 9,600 views. Last I looked at it was 9,500. Not bad. Ooh, it's actually climbing pretty good lately. But yeah, Blake. Oh, I already put it away. But beginning of the live stream, I told y'all I got a second battery for the GoPro. So next, I gotta stock up on batteries. I gotta get an extra battery charger because the only way I can charge them is when I put them in the GoPro and plug the GoPro in. So that's very inconvenient, to say the least. Getting her to run is the best part. Like, I'm not joking when I tell you people like will it start videos. Like, there's a some of the best, the most viewed videos. Heck, some people on their or will it start videos, they get millions of views on them. I mean, it takes time, but they get millions of views on them, and that's why I want to do more will it start videos. I just got to find them. That's the hardest part of doing will it starts. Is it's hard to find them. But I thought the will it start on the 620 would do a lot better than what it did. I only got like 400 something views on it, but oh well. Hey, Blake, you never know. All depends on what the algorithm thinks. You never know what the algorithm's gonna do. Oh yeah, Blake. There's it's easy to find lawnmowers to do well start videos on. But I'm mainly looking hey, I'm sure I'll do well it starts on lawnmowers and stuff, but I'm mainly looking towards like tractors to do well it starts on. Maybe even vehicles, who knows? Throwaway lawnmowers. Are those and are you talking about newer ones or are you actually talking about the good old ones? If I'm being honest, I don't I don't even feel bad for people throwing away the junkyard or the new ones. They can all go to the junkyard, in my opinion. I hate them. They're built to use for one summer. Then you gotta get a new one because something is wrong with it. That's why I stick with the old ones where you can work on them, you can use them. I don't have to worry about them breaking. Oh yeah, Blake. Hey, they last a heck of a lot longer. Oh yeah, Blake. There's a lot of people that collect them. To be honest, I don't understand why. but there are a lot of people that do. Like actually, when I got that cub, well, a lot of people here probably didn't see any of them videos, but when I got the Cub Cadet 1200 that I have, I traded that for the low boy. But when I got that at a consignment sale. I had no idea if it turned over, no idea if it had compression. So basically, I had no idea if the thing even ran. And it didn't have a battery in it, so I couldn't even test it. So took it back to the camper, put a battery in it, and I couldn't believe it. But I had it running. Like, I turned the gas on, cranked it over, and it fired right up. Took it home and it started smoking, so I had to do a full rebuild on it. That's usually how my luck goes. Like, I used it one time to mow, and by the time I was done mowing, it was smoking. It was smoking just like the Mack dump truck. Not quite that bad, but it was smoking pretty bad. And in case you're wondering, Blake, it had a cooler in it. That cooler completely needed rebuilt. I rebuilt that. The cooler and the wheel horse, that needs a full rebuild. And I have another cooler in the shop that needs a full rebuild. And I mean, nothing needs bored out, crank turned, because the cylinder bore is egg shaped, and the crankshaft or the rod journal is egg shaped. So it all needs turned and cleaned up. Make it round, not egg shaped. Blake, did you run it full throttle? Yep. Full throttle, factory set. So really wasn't running that fast. It's normal though. Whenever you get anything from that consignment sale that I got that thing from, if it's there, there's something wrong with it. It is very rare that you get something from that consignment sale that don't need work. Jump on with it needing work. But like it wasn't actual full throttle. It was like half throttle. But full throttle from the dash. It was governed, so it wasn't gonna run full throttle. They will do it though, Blake. Just they might not live to talk about it, you know. They might not live to tell the story of how they got blown up. Well, I'll be dipped. Yeah. Blake is just a Kohler being a Kohler. I don't have very good luck with Kohler engines, if I'm being honest. And they're good engines when they're running, but yeah. They're reliable until they're not. Yeah, Blake, there was like 6 people here. You joined and everyone left. I couldn't believe it when there was actually 6 people here. Of course you joined and everyone left. No. Fine with you. That could be. That could very well be there, Blake. Texas Donna, you mean to tell me that you've never watched Vice Grip Garage? Please tell me you've watched Vice Grip Garage. If you didn't, then you don't know what you're missing. I do too, Blake. Like Blake, perfect example of Kohler engines not liking me. I had the Power King running. The day before we were gonna take it to the show, and like I drove it, I washed it, shut it down, got the 620 ready, parked the 620, got the Power King, I fired up, took it right back, parked it in front of the 620, went out the next day, pushed it out. Well, I tried to get it running, wouldn't run. I mean, it wouldn't start, wasn't getting no gas whatsoever. So got the 620 out, took that for a drive, made sure that was gonna be good because I finished putting that together the night before we took it, and that was running great. Other than the fact that it was only running on one cylinder 90% of the time. We'll change that to 99% of the time. But went back, tried to get the Power King running. That Joker would not fire up whatsoever. The only time it would start is if I put gas directly in the intake. My brother was rushing me, so he didn't give me the chance to take the bowl off the carburetor and get it running. But just overnight of sitting, that carburetor gummed up. I'm not joking. Like the needle was full-fledged stuck. Stuck shut, bowl was dry. Hey, discount. Nah, Blake. And besides, it wasn't even nowhere near the wheel horses. I guess it just didn't want to go to the show. Like, I was all prepared to take the Power King and the 620. I kind of would have trusted the Power King over the 620 because the 620, I can't tell you how many times that broke off or broke down. Like, every couple feet, it was shutting off. It would governor kick in, run one cylinder, stall. Like, that thing had zero power. I'd take it for a drive around the grounds, come back, check the gas, tank was bone dry. Come to find out, I took because a friend of ours, he's a big John Deere guy, but left him look at the carburetor, and come to find out, the there's a roll pin that connects because there's like a cap It goes over the end of the choke shaft, and come to find out that roll pin was broke, or well, yeah, it was broke off or bent over, one of the two. And the entire time I was running that thing, it's had the choke butterflies sucked shut. Man, it was a world of difference when I got another roll pin put in there. Man, that thing's got so much power now. Actually, runs on both cylinders, and to top that off, the float was set like way too high. So I had to modify all that. And another thing that we were dealing with was timing. Well, timing was fine. We just used the ear meter to get that dialed. But once we got that you know, dialed, that was fine. But it kept losing spark. It was gas and spark that it kept losing. So I was running that thing, ran, parked it, left it sit for a little bit, came back, went to start it. Zero spark whatsoever. Like, I don't know what happened between the time I parked it and the time that I was away and came back. Like, not sure what happened in that amount of time, but it completely lost spark. And I didn't trust taking that thing for another drive since. Maybe I did. Maybe I might have took it on one drive, but that was a short drive. Like, I did not trust it. This year, I'll trust it. Because ever since we got that choke and float, doing float and choke things, well, I shouldn't say that. It was doing choke things before, just not when I wanted it to do choke things. But yeah, ever since we got that all ironed out, that thing is reliable. Like I wanted to use it today, but ended up using a 574. I didn't bother making a video of that because we had 50 million things going on all at once. So yeah, I didn't bother making a video of that. Sometimes. That is, that's what I was afraid of with the 620. Well, spark going out and running out of gas. Like, we were only there for maybe like 4 or 5 days. That Joker went through 10 gallons of gas during the period of having it there. And I didn't run it all that much. That's how much gas that thing went through with the choke being shut and the float being high, like way too high. Man, it smoked like a lot. But yeah, you don't need the choke to be open, and you don't need the float to be set right. But it sure does help. Like, the one thing I hate about praise is you can hear every noise the engine makes. Oh yeah, like, your ears are tuned into that. Like, you're listening for that one little noise that you're dreading. Like, when I'm going through the parade, I'll listen. It'll be running on 2 cylinders, and the second that it goes off of running on 2 cylinders, running on one cylinder, oh man, that was the worst feeling. Like, man, I had a feeling. Oh, and another thing is we would get airbound. That's another thing that would happen. Like, it would be running perfectly fine. Well, I shouldn't say perfectly fine, but it was running. Then it would just get airbound. Like, out of the blue, get airbound. So I had 3 different things that could have happened any time during the parade. And it ain't a short parade, and I can't just push it off the side. Because you got people right up against the path on each side, so you can't just have someone help you push it off to the side because, well, you'll run over a couple of people. But yeah, thankfully it never shut off during the parade. Like, sometimes that parade lasts about an hour and a half, 2 hours, if not longer. Usually, sometimes you get 400 or 500, if not more, tractors going through. But that's the nice thing with that parade is it's not a long parade. You get in the line, you go around, go past the announcer, go and park it. And I always had to make that decision. Did I want to go park it with the other tractors, or did I want to take it back to the camper? Every time that I'd take it back down to the other tractors, it would shut off in the middle of nowhere. Or if I was on a hill, having to stop because I was in the line to get in the parade, I'd have to wait. I'd shut it off and hope that it starts. It'll start, but then I have to go, which then the governor wants to kick in, but then it's trying to cut out. Then you have to play with the choke, try to drive, and operate the hand clutch. Not ideal. Like, that that show has a parade every night, and it's usually it goes over Labor Day weekend. And we only have one parade each day because there's a lot of things going on at that show. Then you got the stupid management that they have there. Man, that management sucks that they have there. Every year we go there, it's always something new. But I like the show, but I hate the management because it's under new management now. That management sucks. Like, I do nothing wrong, but I end up getting yelled at every single year. Like, I can't win. Every single year they find something to yell at me about. Heck, the last year, last show, I got yelled at for having a tractor out at night. Wasn't doing nothing wrong. But it's the other kids that go in there that ruin it for everyone else. Like, all I was trying to do is watch the tractor pools. But you have the other kids who are going in there, going out to the sale grounds, stealing things, going to the tractors, stealing things off the tractors that ruin it for everyone else. Because every other kid, teenager, everyone else makes everyone else look bad. It just ruins it for everyone else. Yeah, that's what I was. That's my worst fear when I was taking the 620 through the parade. that I had that feeling it was going to shut off. Luckily, it never did. Well, thankfully it always waited until I was on the road heading back to the camper. It shut off. It was very convenient because it completely blocked the whole road, so that was fine. Yeah, that's not a small show, but you get the city kids. No offense, not saying all city kids are bad, but the ones that are, they come in there and ruin it for everyone else. Like, I'm all for kids going in there and having fun, but don't ruin it for everyone else. Like, kids that are there to have fun, that aren't doing anything wrong, are the ones that get yelled at. Like, every time I got yelled at, I was doing nothing wrong. Same with my brother. Except he got accused of stealing tools off the other tractors. It wasn't him, but he got accused for it. But yeah, Blake. The thing is, they go in there, they steal tools, they steal pretty much anything that they can possibly get off the tractor. Like, they'll steal magnetos, they'll steal the points out of the distributor. Heck, if it were up to them, they'd steal the whole distributor. So, yeah. They say down at the tractors, they say that's well protected, but I don't trust it. I take it back to the camper. Safer there than it is down at the other tractors. And when he yelled at me, he said that I got to take it down to the other tractors. No, I'm not taking my tractor down there for everyone else to come in there and steal the parts off of it. And that thing only needed one part for him to steal one part, and that one part would have been the one that it really needed to run, like the distributor. Oh yeah, we'll have them people, Blake. And that is another reason why, because I don't trust them people there. You can't trust them. That's another reason why I take it back to the camper, because I ain't dealing with it. And I also don't let it sit very long before I'm going back down. If I do park down there, it's not sitting very long before I'm down there either looking at it or taking it for a drive, because I don't leave it sit long. I like to be able to keep an eye on them. Yeah, it was probably just some kid that the parents were letting them roam free, and they were doing whatever they wanted to do. I get a few people, Blake. Not a lot, but there is a few. I had people asking what year it was, and I just had to say 1950 something because I had no idea. Because I didn't know what to look for on the cereal plate, but there was another kid there that he had a, pretty sure he had a six, pretty sure it was 620, but he was looking at it, and he knew a little bit more what to look for on it. We need stricter parents in general, Blake. Like, I can't tell you how many people have to put signs on their tractor. Do not touch. They still touch it. Like, I should have put one on the 620 because the paint was still wet when we took it there. Like, we painted it like literally 3 or 4 days before we took it, and that paint was still wet for the most part. But everything was pretty much oil covered, so I don't think many people really wanted to touch it. That's the nice thing with having a nice oil leak down over everything is people don't want to get dirt on their fingers, so they see oil, they ain't gonna touch it. Yeah, not much you can do about it. People spend a lot of money to paint them tractors just to take them there and have people touch them. Like, they probably spend a lot of time before taking it to the show, cleaning it, buffing it, washing it, and you get people that put fingerprints all over it, or drag their hand on it and put scratches on it. Which I'm not worried about that on the only parts that I'm worried about someone doing that on the 620 is the rims. Well, the rims and the flywheel cover. Because those are the only actual shiny parts on it. I mean, we painted the governor, but that was just using the rest of the paint that we had left over. Yeah, same here, Blake. But I just have to look at it. I don't need to get on it because I have experience with them. I know what it's like being on one. I need a better setup here. But downfall without it is I can't have the computer too far away from the. I can't have it more than a foot and a half away from the GoPro because the cable is only like a foot long. A foot, maybe a foot and 3 inches or so. It's not long at all. So it's very inconvenient with how short it is because literally the computer is literally directly between me and the heat source. It's kind of cold here, not gonna lie. But back of the computer is kind of warm. Must be nice. I even turned it up a notch. Oh well. I just freeze, that's all. Like, that's one thing that I wouldn't let him do is drive it. I had a kid that wanted to sit on the Power King, but that's as far as it would go. unless I know him. But if I don't know you, then you ain't driving it, because I don't trust you. Can't trust people anymore. That's a possibility for me, Blake. If it was something easy to drive like the Wii Horse, because that's one shifter, you push a clutch, put it in gear, and go. Well, with the Power King, you got dual transmissions, so you got two transmissions to shift. And the 620, there's very low chance that I'd let anyone drive that because of the hand clutch. I mean, they're easy to drive, but if you don't have experience with hand clutch, you ain't driving it. Well, without help anyhow. Well, I'm steered, but I'd have to run the hand clutch. Yeah, I'd let him drive it if I knew him, Blake. Like with the Power King, low range is like a hair faster than a turtle. But I'll tell you what, I could easily enter that for the the slowest tractor competition. Well, slowest lawnmower competition, or tractor competition, whatever it's called. Because with that dual transmissions, put each transmission like first gear or something, or however that works on it. But if you're familiar with gears, you can get the lowest gear on that thing, and that wheels are barely turning. Like, it is really slow. And 620 at idle, that popping catches up to you. It really starts jerking you around. You gotta give it just a little bit of throttle. Otherwise, it really gets to bouncing. Low range is almost 5 mile an hour. Wow, that is a fast low range, Blake. Like, wheel horse don't even go that fast. At somewhat full throttle in third gear. Power King moves pretty fast though if you put it in the right gear. 11, 11 miles per hour. Not bad. The low boy is probably about 8 to 10 miles per hour now with the Kubota with that engine in, and that's not with much throttle at all. Once I get that thing to get more throttle, I got to cut more. I got to cut some out of the dash because when I start mowing with that thing, full throttle with the cable at the dash ain't even half throttle. Like it's pretty bad. Like it barely makes it up the driveway. It makes it up. But you look behind you, and all it is a black cloud. But that thing smokes, rolls some coal on flat ground. So, yeah, that's fine. It just reminds you that it's a diesel doing diesel things. If it ain't rolling coal, you ain't doing it right. It smokes like you turn the injection pump up to a couple notches, but I never even touch that injection pump. Yeah, that's another thing that got yelled at there is they claimed I was going too fast, and the max, the fast speed that you can go there is 5 miles an hour, and I clocked the wheel horse before that, gone barely 4 miles per hour. So I knew it. I knew it wasn't going 5 mile an hour. But she was a grumpy person, so she's just looking for trouble basically. But then you got people who are going twice as fast as I was going, and they don't get yelled at. Just how it is down there. But, all right, see you, Blake. I'll probably soon shut this down. We're going for an hour and 2 minutes. That was how is that an hour? Ain't no way that was an hour. Guess it has been. That does not seem like an hour. Oh yeah. She was in probably wasn't having a good day though, but still. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm sure this year I'll get yelled at too. Every year they find something to yell at me for. It's just a lot of grumpy people there. But alright. Well, I'll probably just go ahead and shut this down. So probably do another live stream tomorrow. Gotta keep the watch hours going up.